There are stories that sleep beneath stone and ash. They whisper to no one. But when they wake, they do not come back alone. This is not a story I want to tell. But someone opened the book, and now the silence is broken. I wrapped the book in linen, soaked it in salt water, and sealed it in a box lined with iron nails. Then I buried it beneath the coldest part of the cellar floor, beneath a stone that never warms, not even in summer, the one that always felt like a grave, even before I knew why. Each strike of the hammer felt like a prayer. Each brick I laid above it, a promise. And when I was done, I just sat there, listening. Silence. For the first time in weeks. No whispering pages, no creaking spines, just silence. And I believed. God's help me. I believed it was over. I climbed back upstairs. The air was lighter. My hands were shaking, but it was done. I made coffee. I fed the silence like it was a stray cat I'd earned back. But something wasn't right. The house felt different, as if it were holding its breath. The walls weren't watching me, but waiting. When I opened the study door, the mug dropped from my hand. The book was back, on my desk, dry, clean, open to a blank page. Like it never left. I buried it, but something else dug it out. I came back upstairs with shaky hands and half a heartbeat, still pretending that silence meant safety. The cellar door clicked shut behind me, and the house greeted me with that old, unnatural quiet. The kind that feels like someone watching you pretend to be alone. I went to the study, just to check. And there it was, the diary, sitting on my desk like it never left. No dirt, no water stains, no memory of the earth I buried it in. It was open to a blank page, waiting. I didn't scream. I didn't even move. Because the moment I saw it, I knew she never left. I took a step back, and the floor beneath me creaked. Not from my weight, but from something beneath it shifting, as if the house itself had inhaled. The pen was there too, set neatly beside the book, like an offering or a weapon. She wants me to write. No, not her, him. I can feel it now. The breath behind the walls. The cold pressure building like a storm in the bones of this place. And the page. The page is still blank, but the air around it isn't. It's heavy, intentional, like the moment before a scream. I hear him breathing. The hallway was longer yesterday. I know it was. But now, it ends 3 steps sooner. The rug curls differently. The window, wasn't that window supposed to face the garden? It stares into the woods now. Worse, it feels like the woods are staring back. I reach for the doorknob and find it's already warm, like someone else just let go. And when I close the door behind me, it shuts faster than I mean it to, like the house is eager to keep me in. The rooms don't remember me anymore. They've shifted, like they're realigning, turning inward. And then I hear it, a footstep, not mine, wet, slow, like someone barefoot just stepped onto stone behind me. I don't turn around, because if I do, and nothing's there, then the house is lying, and if something is there, then everything I buried is finally standing behind me. Every room feels closer to something. Every corner leans in when I pass. The house isn't just haunted, it's changing. And if I stay too long in one place, I might forget how to leave. At first, I thought it was a shadow, just a trick of the candlelight, sliding across old paint. But shadows don't spell words. Letter by letter, it appeared, carved not with hands, but with intention. F-I-N. I didn't breathe. I didn't blink. I just watched the wall bleed language. The word finished itself, like it had always been there. Finish me, buried beneath layers of silence and plaster. I touched it, and it didn't feel like paint. It felt warm, alive, like someone had just written it from the other side of the wall. It stuck to my fingers, not like ink, but like guilt. I tore down the curtains, nailed blackout cloth over the plaster, covered it 3 layers deep. No light, no air, no way for the message to bleed through. But that night, even in the dark, it glowed, as if the house itself had learned to speak, and it only had 2 words left: finish me. It started as a rhythm, soft, deliberate, not the house settling, not pipes, something slower, something that waits. Breathing. Not human, not quiet. I stood still, and it continued. Inhale, long. Exhale, longer, like someone savoring the air they were never supposed to have. It moved behind doors I hadn't opened. It echoed beneath floors I never walked on. It pulsed through walls like the house had grown a second set of lungs. I followed it, not out of courage, but because not following felt worse. Like I was being dared to listen. The breathing pulled me toward the old wardrobe at the end of the hall. I hadn't opened it in years. I almost forgot it was even mine. I thought maybe he was in there, crouched, waiting, pressed against the wood, like memory itself. But when I opened it, there was nothing. Just my old clothes, wrinkled, still smelling like me, and the mirror. Not facing out, not mounted, just placed there, like someone wanted me to find it, like someone wanted me to see. But it wasn't my reflection I was afraid of. At first, the mirror showed only me, pale, breathless, frayed around the edges like an old photograph. But the longer I stared, the more I realized I wasn't alone. She was behind the glass, not reflected, revealed. Evangeletta. Her lips moved, no sound, just shape, but I knew the words before I read them. You started it, now write it. But it wasn't her voice I heard, it was mine. Whispered not in my ear, but in my chest, like something already written inside me was reminding me. A wind rushed through the room, like the house had just drawn breath. And then I saw the pen, not resting, not waiting, hovering. It hung in the air, silent, weightless, patient, like it had been there all along. Like it had never needed my hand to begin with. I wasn't the writer anymore. I was just the page. It didn't feel like writing. It felt like bleeding onto the page. My hand moved without thought, jerking, carving words into parchment like a man possessed. No plan, no pause, just ink that smelled too much like copper. The letters came in bursts, frenzied, shaking, almost clawed. My fingers stiffened, my wrist cracked. Still, the pen moved. I told myself I could stop, that it was still me holding the pen, but the page kept filling. Not with a message, but a memory, one I'd never lived. I didn't recognize the handwriting, but I knew the pain behind every stroke. It wasn't mine. It was hers, his, theirs. The house wasn't asking me to read anymore. It wanted me to confess. And when the pen finally stopped, when I dared to look down, the page said only one thing. I hear him breathing. The ink was familiar. Not just the way it curled on the page, but the pressure behind it, the weight in every line, the hesitation in every word. I told myself the diary belonged to her, that I was just reading what someone else had survived. But the truth was always there, between the lines, buried in the silence I refused to hear. Every page, every entry, it was all my handwriting. She didn't write this. He didn't write this. I did. And I think I still am.